Today I want to take a deep dive look into what makes a channel great and the elements that go into making that channel a success. So sit back because we're starting right now. Hey everyone, what is up? This is Tim of the People's Bookkeeper, where we always hit the mark. Make your mark in business too and share it on YouTube. Do that by subscribing now and turning on the bell notification. So today I'm reviewing a channel called Pixielocks. And you might be thinking to yourself, why on earth did he choose this channel? Well, we're going to be taking a close look at her channel and her page and all the elements within it, but I wanted to explain my reasons for choosing her channel to begin with. You see, I live in Prince Edward Island, Canada, and I'd love to know where you're from as well, so make sure that you comment below. And a short while back, I took a look at local YouTubers to see who else was in my market and what kind of people were making YouTube videos around me. I wanted to see, were there any big YouTubers on the island who were just crushing it with their content. And lo and behold, I found a YouTuber whose name is Jillian Vessey and goes by the channel name of Pixielocks. She started her channel about 4 years ago, and she's grown to almost 225,000 subscribers in 4 years. And the more I took a look at her channel, the more blown away I was by her success. She's by far the biggest YouTuber on the island, and I wanted to bring those elements to you today so that you could see what goes into making a channel really great and what areas still need improvement. Because as big as a channel gets, there are always ways to improve and streamline your channel and your performance. I also wanted to use Jillian and her channel as an example for you to see what kind of success you can reach if you put in the hard work and effort and you have the patience to wait for things to take off. Pixielocks has many great elements in the channel, and there's a lot of things that Jillian is doing really well to grow her channel and her brand. If you take a close look at this channel and other successful channels as well, you'll be able to start to capitalize on those things and use them for your own channels and helping you grow and be successful yourself. Now, her content is quite unique and very interesting. She set herself up in the girly fashion niche, but with a really good twist. She's very into Japanese fashion and design, and her fashion is very bright and colorful and really pops with things like rainbows and unicorns. And since she's a designer, she's been able to take her niche and her channel to the next level by designing her own clothing. This has really allowed her to catapult her channel into being a full-fledged and successful business. So the first thing I always look for when I come to someone's channel to do a review or an audit is I look immediately at their channel art. And you can see that Pixielocks here has a really bright channel art, and it looks really good, it's colorful, it really pops out. And the next thing I usually do is take a quick look at the profile picture and see, does it fit in line with the branding? And of course, this is a really colorful picture showing her style, her fashion, and it really does match her theme and her branding very well. The next thing I usually do is I scroll down quickly to see, do they have a welcome video of any kind, or at least a video playing in the background of one of their latest releases. You can see she's got a beautiful video here with some great information, and this is a great way to connect your audience with you right away. If you don't have a welcome video or a video playing of any kind when someone lands on your page, you are really hurting your chances for people subscribing. You definitely need to create some kind of video that welcomes people to your channel and gives them the benefits and the highlights and the advantages and why they want to subscribe to you. Now, the next thing I usually do is I will click on the About section and actually work my way backwards through the tabs, because I like to see, does this person set up their page with information to be able to decipher what it's about quickly and easily. So let's go ahead and click on the About, and you can see that her About section actually really doesn't have very much information. She has a very quick description. It's only maybe about a sentence long. And while it gives a little information, she gives her name and a little bit about what she's into, it really doesn't have very much information. And this is a big opportunity for her because this description section is not as big as the description you get in your videos, but still large enough that you can put a lot of information in here. You should put in this section things about who you are, about what advantages people will have by subscribing to you, what it is that your channel is about, what it is that you offer. And remember that the algorithm crawls your page and searches for information. So the more you have in your about, the more you have playlists, the more you have information with words and keywords that identify what your channel is about, the more YouTube will know where to promote you to. So I would say that this is a big section that she could actually work on improving greatly. The next thing I do is usually take a quick peek at their channels tab to see, are they featuring any other channels? And again, featuring channels and connecting yourself with other channels that you build that relationship with is a great way for cross promotion, and it can actually really help you grow your channel and in turn help friends and other people grow their channels as well. Believe it or not, a lot of people check out these tabs, and the more info you have in, the better. So you can see some of her favorite channels listed here. It looks like there are some channels that are very similar to her own, and this is a good way to promote each other for sure. The next thing I like to do is I like to take a look at the community tab and see, is this person utilizing the community tab in a way that is effective? Because this is a great opportunity to really grow your channel as well. One of the amazing advantages is once you hit 1,000 subscribers, this changes from just a basic discussion tab into your community tab. And now you have a direct reach to your entire community because you can put out polls, messages, videos, requests, and ask people to watch and support, ask them for their thoughts and opinions, ask them what they want to see, what content they might want to see. And it's a great way to connect with your community and to promote the things to your community that you really want them to see. Say, for example, she put out a video with clothing that she was promoting. She could then put out a message to her entire audience to check the video out, and that could really help increase her sales. Now, if we take a look at Pixielocks posts here, we can see her last post was 4 months ago. That's a long time to not post anything in your community tab. And we can see that in the last 6 months, there have only been about 3 posts. If we go back a little further to close to a year, we can see that she's only got about a half a dozen posts within the last year. And so this is definitely another area that Jillian could really start to utilize better to help her channel grow and also to connect with her community. The next area we'll take a look at is the playlists, and playlists are so important. I've talked about this in a number of my videos, and I talk about this with people all the time, how important playlists are to helping you grow your channel. If someone comes to your channel and see a video that they really like and they want to find more content that's similar, but they cannot find anything in a playlist, it makes it really hard for them to wade through your videos, especially if you have hundreds of videos. This starts to make it very challenging then for people to find your content. And one of the things that she's really lacking here is there's really not a very good playlist organization or any at all. You can leave your personal liked videos up if you want to, but I would recommend making that private. All these other playlists here only have a few videos in them, and they're not really in line with her brand. They don't seem to really differentiate her content very well. So again, I think that her playlist tab is something that she could really work on growing and expanding as well, and this would make a big difference for her with growing her channel as well. The next thing we can do is take a look at the video tab, and I like to always go and check what are the most popular videos that they've had, which ones have gone viral, and what's the most views they've gotten on a video. And we can see here that she had one 2 years ago that got 766,000 views up to now, and again 2 years ago one that had 569,000, and again 2 years ago 485,000. And the reason I like to look at this is because I like to look at what were their most popular topics and videos and how long ago was it. Because if it's from years ago and you're not getting that kind of traction anymore, then it's possible that you might need to take a look at returning to some of those topics and ideas if you want to try and generate a lot more views again. Now you can see here she had one a month ago that went viral, 426,000 views, and that's fantastic. So that shows me that she's still hitting relevant information and topics that people are still really enjoying. But if you look at the videos in the top 2 rows, almost all of the videos that have gone viral are from at least a year to 2 years ago. So for you, when you're working on your channel, you want to look at what your most popular topics were, and if you had one that went viral, try riding that wave and making other videos centered around that content as much as you can, but you also don't want to overdo it to the point where people get fed up with you making the same video over and over. Now, one thing I really will point out here as well that I really love about Jillian's channel is I absolutely love her thumbnails, and if you take a look at the most recent, she's really expanded and grown in this area. Her thumbnails are absolutely fantastic. They're so colorful, they're so bright, they're so appealing and attractive. Even though not every video is going to go viral for you, you can see that she's doing something right because she's still consistently getting like 30, 40, 50,000 views on every video. And you can see how lovely her thumbnails are. They're just so beautifully done. And if we take a quick peek actually at her early ones, we're going to see the difference between now and then. Take a look at these early ones here. And so, wow, what a difference. Even though these thumbnails were still very nicely done, you can see a major difference between these and her most current ones and how much she's improved in this area. And if we just take a quick peek back again at her newest ones, look at the difference of how colorful and bright her new ones are. Now the next thing I like to do is take a quick look again at the Home tab, and because I have a great tool installed called TubeBuddy, big shout out to them, and no, this is not sponsored, I just love TubeBuddy so much. You're going to see that you can check out in the last 30 days their subscriber count, their view count, and their video count, and this is going to give you an indicator of how well they're doing. It also does a comparison to your own channel in the last 30 days as well. So if we take a look at subscribers in the last 30 days, you can see that Jillian has, like anyone else, some up days and some down days. Overall, you can see in the last 30 days, she's gained over 4,100 subscribers, which is fantastic. Then if you take a look at the views, you can see their views as well. You can see every day she's getting a monstrous amount of views. One thing I really like to do as well, when I see these big spikes up all of a sudden and massive amount of views, is I always like to take a look and see what caused that. And in this case, she had a video go viral, which caused her views to spike. I also like to take a look and see how many videos is the person actually publishing, and this is interesting because in the last month she's only made 3 videos. Now when your channel gets to the point where it's large enough that it kind of becomes its own entity, you can scale back and not make as much content, and you're going to still continue to grow a lot. So overall here, Jillian's channel is fantastic. It's really amazing, and it's so awesome for me to find a fellow YouTuber on the island that I live on, because it's not a massive population here, and she's crushing it and doing so well. It's really a wonderful thing to see. And I have to say that her channel, while crushing it, does have some areas that we talked about that you can see she needs to work on. And that really comes down to the individual creator not only having the time to do it, but the passion and desire to want to improve those things. Now remember, you could hit all of those elements on the head, but if you're missing the most important thing, which is your content, then it's going to end up being really flat and unengaging, and it's not going to hold the attention of the audience that you're hoping for. That's going to mean really slow growth for you with your channel. So as you can see, there are areas of Jillian's channel that definitely could use some improvement. But overall, she's absolutely crushing it, and you can see that from her growth from 4 years ago to now. And take encouragement, because remember, she started with 0 just like everybody else. And now she's not far from 250,000 subscribers, which is insanely good. So take these elements today, and if you're not already applying them to your own channel, then start now. Take your channel to the next level. I know that you can do it. Now, if you want to make your mark on YouTube, then check out these videos over here. They'll help you grow your channel. And if you're new to this channel, then please consider subscribing. Click my face, and you'll do just that. I'll see you in the next video.